The Indian Parliament has a problem. On average, one member of Parliament represents 24 lakh people. This ratio is more than absolutely any other democracy in the world. The USA, UK, and Australia all have better ratios. So, is India too big to be a democracy? If we wanted to have the same MP to people ratio as the UK, at 97,000 people per member of parliament, we would need 13,402 members of parliament. So India is working on a whole other level. Our magnitude is insane. In any case, increasing the number of members of parliament is not an option. The added bureaucracy, the added space, the money that will be required is just too high. And we need to keep in mind that India is the biggest democracy ever. There has never been anything like it. So, with so many people and so much area, is it impossible for India to be a good democracy? Surprisingly, no. It's just that our system is extremely inefficient. There is a lot of wastage of money and manpower. One solution, in my opinion, is to give more power to the states. Becoming more federal is a good option. It wouldn't immediately solve this problem, but splitting one problem into 29 manageable parts is a good option. Granted, there will remain disparity. For example, in states like UP, there are 5 lakh people for one MLA, while in states like Goa, there are just 50,000. But in either case, this MLA to people ratio is much better than the MP to people ratio. Right now, the state governments are totally dependent on the central government for their finances. Giving them the freedom to use their power, to use their own resources will be good. Another silver lining in giving the state legislatures more power is hopefully they will be forced to meet more often. On average, Indian state legislatures meet for 20 to 50 days in a year. With added responsibilities, they will need to meet more often. They will have to debate and bring more laws. Because right now, state legislatures are basically making 12 months of decisions by meeting less than for 2 months. The Indian Parliament itself isn't great on attendance. In India, it is one of the few democracies where the Parliament meets for just 70 to 90 days in a year. That is like trying to fit a test match in the time of a T20. Both parliaments of the UK and the US meet on average 150 and 140 days respectively. So in any case, it will obviously be more helpful if our parliament and our state legislatures are forced to meet more often. Giving states more power will pull public attention towards them. And in a case where 29 states are more powerful, the central government will have to meet more often if it wants to remain relevant. This is a lesson we can take from other federal democracies, that when states have more individual power, the center should be afraid that its policies and ideas will become obsolete in a state. Remember, in the US, different states came together to form a union. In our case, the union was already there. We split it into 29 parts to manage it better. So in giving independence to the states, it will be necessary to ensure that it doesn't weaken the union itself. The aim should be to increase competition and not to let states take up their own constitution and all laws in their own hands. So is India too big to be a democracy? Well, there has never been one of this size, and if we want to be a good democracy, we could decentralize more power. Because decentralization is obviously one big thing of democracies. In this case, we would be decentralizing power, maybe not to the masses, but power to the states.
If you like my content, subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. If you would like me to cover any other political topic, leave a comment.